Know the deal. I'm in the car. I have a coffee. We're about to talk. Hit that like button, subscribe, everything. The nine. Y'all know. You've been on YouTube long enough. Y'all know what to do. Y'all, really, I'm in a really good place. And I feel like I wanted to talk about happiness and it being a choice. I feel like you choose happiness. And I think oftentimes, just because life happens and things are so unpredictable at times, life is unpredictable, that we can lose sight of that simple concept that to the root, everything that we do in life or everything that we choose in life, it's with us, it belongs to us. So like I have been intentional lately about choosing to be happy. And before I got to this place, I think that I would just see people, out and about. Well, that's good. Out and about, living their lives, just blissfully happy, right? Living the life that they wanted to live, not understanding how to get to that place because spiritually, I just wasn't there yet. There was a blockage that I needed to work through. Um, and I'm talking about Chelsae personally, my personal experience. There was something that was not something, there were events in my life that caused me to get to that place where I wasn't even open to truly understanding what that meant, like true happiness, like carefree, pure joy, right? So every day I have a sound mind, body, spirit. To choose anything other than happiness, I feel like is absolutely disrespectful. It's so detrimental, in my opinion. Life is going to happen anyway. There are going to be so many situations that will bring about sadness, that will cause you to be unsettled in some way. So why wouldn't I choose happiness when I have the opportunity, when I have the ability to do so? And it started at happiness. It started from that thought of just saying, happiness is a choice, because it is. I was so unhappy at one point. It was so difficult for me to be happy. Not that I was jealous of anyone else. I just genuinely wasn't happy. And on paper, I was still doing, very well. I didn't like who I was as a person. I sucked. I sucked as a person. And I remember I was about 25. I will never forget doing this. I was in my 1-bedroom apartment in Grovetown, Georgia. And I was thinking about he wasn't even my boyfriend. It was like a situationship, but I really cared about this dude. And I just remember like not being able to get past how we ended things. I'm like, why did it go down like that? Just thinking about all these situations that were less than, uh, just things that I just had no business being associated with, right? I wrote down every single name that I could think of, and each name was a person, rather, not even that it represented, it was an actual person in my life that at that time that I felt like I needed to make amends, right? So I called each individual. After I wrote down each name, I called each person on that list and I apologized for my actions. I apologized for my role, or whatever it is that I did at the time. I owned it and I apologized and I moved forward. I can honestly say that that was a catalyst for my spiritual growth, because I cleared the slate and I allowed so much to come into my life after removing such negativity, all of this just toxic shit, right? Life and thriving. And I admire that. I'm like, oh my God, like how do I do that? I didn't realize that it was on me to do that. Life is about making choices that will catapult you into the right decision. Because there's a difference between a choice and a decision. Look it up. But every day I realized that I had the ability to choose what I wanted for myself. Like it wasn't up to anybody else. Like my life sucked because I sucked. And in order to have a better life, like I had to become better. And that was a choice that I was gonna have to make. And that took a while for me to just be okay with that. Like I had to be okay with one, the fact that I sucked as a human being at that very moment. I wasn't the nicest person to be around. But I had to admit that there was something wrong with me. Right? Imagine that. Imagine something being wrong with you, right? So here I am, open to improving my life, open to making the right choices that will put me in a position to live the life that I want to live. So I went through all of those experiences. I'm witnessing people go through these experiences. And I'm like, I really don't want that for myself. So what do I need to do? Everything that we choose is a conscious decision. And I feel like when we make choices, I don't know if there is such a thing as making a bad choice or a wrong. You make a choice that leads you into making a decision. And I think that sometimes we can get caught up in like, oh, was that a good decision or was that a bad decision? I think that we make the decisions that are best for us at that moment. It reflects where we are mentally. And as you grow, you have to evaluate your decision making skills. Are they evolving with you? And when you go back to the root and the core of understanding that you have the power when it comes to the choices in your life, the things that require you to make a choice, the things that develop into a decision, it becomes so simple. Happiness is a choice. I choose to be happy. I choose to thrive. I choose all that is good in life. When I encounter people who may be going through a very difficult patch in their life where they're experiencing the worst that life can give them, I don't speak to that because I will never tell anybody how to feel. I will never tell anyone how to process grief, and I just don't believe in that. I don't believe how to deal with what they're feeling, right? But when you understand that you're in a situation and it feels like everything is against you, your husband left you, you're 70 pounds overweight, you're broke, you just you just flat on your ass. Okay? Now what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because you can continue to choose to do the same things or engage in the same activities that got you in that very space, or you can choose something different. You say, I have an apple, I have an orange. You choose the apple. You're consciously not choosing the orange. So when we're given these situations where you're making a choice, be aware of what you're not choosing as well. Be aware of what you're choosing and be man enough, be woman enough to own your choices. Are your choices getting you closer to what you want? Happiness is a choice. So is everything else. Make sure you're choosing what you really want to choose for yourself. It's a choice. So instead of us going throughout our lives and blaming others and having this victim mentality, accept that yes, things do happen in life and tragedies occur every day. Like, we're living in a really strange time, but I will still wake up and choose happiness and joy every single day as much as I possibly can. Every day is not going to be, gumdrops and butterflies every day. No, I will smooth cut somebody out and I'm going to still have a great day. So easy to throw something away because of a flaw. Like, how often do we go through life and you say, oh, I had a terrible day. Did you? Or did you just have a couple of bad moments? And then you allowed it to ruin your day, or you allowed that mentality to change how you were operating. So therefore, you were attracting subpar situations and subpar experiences because that's where you were mentally. So that's what you were putting out. I will choose happiness every day, as often as I can. What are you going to wake up and choose to do? Every single morning, when you wake up, whatever your ritual may be, when you get up in the morning, I get up, I try my best to take a few seconds to just breathe and prepare myself for the day. Say a prayer, I speak over myself, I speak over my family. Why would I choose anything else? Why would you choose anything other than the best for yourself? Oh, this is gonna be, today's gonna suck. It is gonna suck because you just said it would. And your attitude is gonna follow suit. What would happen if you actually believed that you were gonna have a good day? You might fuck around and have a good day. What would happen if you chose to be kind? You might receive some kindness. Choose wisely. That's all I'm saying. I will forever choose happiness. I will always choose the good in life. I can't imagine allowing a person's actions because they didn't know who the fuck they were. They're not gonna rob me like that. I refuse to allow anybody to rob me of that. And it's so easy to allow others to come in and to steal your joy. But guess what? People can't steal it. You give it away. That's your responsibility. No one else's. So let's choose wisely, right? I chose the right coffee today. I tell you that, this thing is good. I want everyone to choose to have a great week. I want everyone to choose happiness, choose joy. Life is beautiful and it's meant to be lived and enjoyed. Choose that for yourself. Choose that for your family. Elevate your daily experiences by just choosing joy. Operate from that. Choose happiness as much as you can. And if you can't, figure out how to get to that place. Truly become happy for yourself, whatever that may mean for you. But figure that part out for yourself. Get there and stay there as long as you can. I want y'all to have a good weekend and y'all have a great week. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.